go to the Sugar Bowl. Let's talk Texas, who is laying 4 points against Washington. I think matchup wise, I think both of these teams offensively are nightmares for the other team. I think Texas, with just a much more physical up front, uh, rock and sock them in your mouth. They can do that, but also they're balanced to where like when you can pass the ball, like their offense is balanced to the point where I think it becomes a problem for Washington, where they can't like load the box or they can't sit back in coverage. That becomes a problem for them. Texas, on the other hand, their secondary has been the weak link for them defensively. Their front seven has been fantastic this year. It has been fantastic, but Michael Penix is absolutely prone to slicing and dicing some of these secondaries this year, like he has done all season, minus the Arizona State game. He's done that pretty consistently and well. You also got just who I thought was deserving of the Blitnikoff Award, Roma Dunze, who was absolutely there in every moment, making every contested catch, running every great route, making every big-time touchdown you could possibly need from a guy. He's always there. He is always there in every moment when you need him. And also, like, this run game was not there at the beginning of the season, and Dylan Johnson all of a sudden has it exploding. And I thought an Oregon team was going to shut down that run game. Dylan Johnson exploded in that game, and he continues to explode. Now, Texas's run defense is, in my opinion, the best in the country.
Yeah.
Is that crazy to say? It's Christopher whispers Iowa.
And I'll give you Texas for sure.
I think it's up there. I'm thinking about it. I'll just say it, and I'll ride with it. Up front, that they have some absolute studlies up there in the interior. I think they're just so good. So it's gonna be hard maybe to run the ball with Dylan Johnson, but T'Vondre Sweat. I mean, what are we even talking about?
Byron Murphy.
Just unbelievable players. Unbelievable players. I'm gonna love. Here's the thing. I know Washington is gonna win, but I'm gonna take Texas here against every single bone in my body. The Aggie in me, the gut feeling in me. I have to take Texas here. I think they're a better football team. I really do. And I do think that Texas is also a problem forever they play in the championship. I think Texas is a legit contender to win this national championship. And I don't know if people are ready for that. I don't know if people are ready for that. This is Texas's first time in the playoffs. They're the only team in the playoffs this year where this is their first playoff game. But I think they're ready. I think Washington might be more ready, like in terms of like the experience that they have on that team, the coaching staff. They just win games. But goodness gracious, if you're gonna give Steve Sarkisian a month to prepare for this game, like, watch out. I know Washington's got a great coaching staff there. I love Ryan Grubb. I love Kalen DeBoer, but do not give Steve Sarkisian a month to prepare for this Washington defense.
Yeah, for all the reasons you mentioned, we love Washington on this show. I
love Washington.
Michael Penix, you mentioned Roma Dunze. They got Paul McMillan's finally healthy. Dylan Johnson's a stud. I love their O-line. I like their O-line. The defense is pretty frisky.
Didn't they win the Joe Morgan Award?
Yeah, but that's also
fraudulent.
Whatever.
What a stupid award.
Regardless, though, they do enough there, and they played some pretty good fronts up there in the Pac-12. Nothing like they're going to see here in Texas. I do think you mentioned people are not ready to really consider Texas as being a national championship contender, even though they are 4-point favorites in this college football playoff semifinal game. When they are playing their best football, they are the best team in the country. I do think they have the highest ceiling in the country of anybody else. With the way Quinn Ewers can spread the rock around, with the just embarrassment of riches they have, even without a guy like Jonathan Brooks, where they go 3-4 deep at running back, 3-4 deep at wide receiver. You got a stud tight end. I love your O-line. Your defense in the front seven is just so disruptive and that can take over any football game. The secondary is tough, though. Here's what I have a hint, though. I've got a little hunch here. I think Malik Muhammad, a true freshman guy.
Oh, good.
He's going to get more run in this game because I do think Ryan Watts, who's coming back from injury, which I believe is still going to be okay to make it, and Terrence Brooks. I think Muhammad's going to get some run there. as Matthews bowing his head down. He's very upset that A&M I lost him flipped over to Texas. He's a monster. He's been a stud for them and a true
He's
freshman.
unreal.
And I think he's gonna make some plays in this game that on third down and whatnot that Washington's gonna see him and try to exploit him. But no. He'll get it done there. I think Quinn Ewers plays out of his mind. I think they run the football. I don't think they blow away for it, but I do think this is the best football team in the country right now. It's Texas. And here's the thing.
Yeah, they're my pick. That my bull pick. If you're in the Richard Sophomore, bull pool, we appreciate you guys a lot. And probably to everyone's shock, Texas was my pick for the national championship.
Yeah. Yeah, which is pretty surprising. I was here, Mr. Horns down himself, but no, this is no bias. This is legit. This is legit how we feel.
It's legit analysis.
I'm sorry, not A. The Texas Longhorns, right? UT Hook'em Horns are a really, really complete football team. I love the way Sarkisian has them humming right now. Their O line, D line, they do it right up front. But it's also like I'm gonna take Texas. I'll take the 4, whatever. But Washington is you just can't count them out though. You cannot count them out. You cannot tell me that Penix and those guys are not going to be ready to play and just grind it out. And it's a tough matchup. The one weak spot on Texas, the one weak spot on them might be their secondary. It probably is. It probably is. I think it gets better in this month. I really do. I think Muhammad comes in and makes some big time plays for him. Right? But and that's what they do so well.
He's a true freshman All-American.
Yeah. No,
he's no longer a freshman too. By the way, I mean once the clock hits, midnight, he's no longer. He is no longer a freshman.
No,
he's a stud, is what he is, and I will. There are a couple players that I will forever be very upset about flipping from A&M, right? And Malik Muhammad is, I believe, actually on the absolute top of that list.
Was Perkins in that list?
Perkins is in that list.
That's Harold Perkins. That's oof. Real quick though, I do want to ask your opinion about obviously Malik Murphy hitting the portal and going to Duke. Congrats to him. Congrats to Duke. You're getting a fantastic player, very talented player with some experience there for Texas this season without the loss of Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers is a guy that's been a little bit injury prone in his career. Does this make a difference? We have to talk about it because Arch Manning's involved, whatever. But does this make a difference?
Yeah, I guess. But look, if either of these quarterbacks goes down, right, the other team will win the football game.
Do you think Malik Murphy can let's say Quinn Ewers went down for season-ending injury, whatever, and they win this game? Can Malik Murphy win a national championship game? Is that
I don't know. Influence? I don't know that he can win national championship. I think he can win this game for sure. I don't know that he can win I don't think he could beat Bama.
No, not in a spot start. I don't think. Well, maybe Michigan. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows who's playing that game?
But yeah, that's the thing. I do think it does matter a little bit. Now, obviously, hypotheticals, you can't predict injuries. It sucks that he's not there. They're going to be doing what they can to get Arch Manning ready. It sounds like he's playing a lot better football than we last saw him in that spring game. But yeah, it sucks that the calendar. Hopefully, Murphy, no hard feelings there. I think the Texas faithful understands exactly what he did for them this year and what he needs to do for himself going forward. But yeah, it's tough.